What is up, guys? My name is Mr. L Moxie and I'm back again with another video. This is a video that I've been meaning to do for a while, but I haven't got around to it, I'm afraid. I've been really busy working on a very exciting project that I'll reveal to you guys shortly. So anyway, let's get in with the video. This is going to be a wish list kind of summary. Well, not summary. I'm going to be doing this in a couple of parts, but basically the guys at Who Else Wants Star Wars Battlefront 3 sent me a wish list of things they would want to see in Battlefront 3. And I've also put together some of my ideas of stuff I'd like to see in Battlefield, or Battlefront 3, sorry, I might have said Battlefield earlier, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get started. Firstly, I have two game modes that I have come up with. I don't know if they were on the wish list already, but I've come up with them now, so yeah, let's go. The multiplayer ideas, so this wouldn't be for single player. Basically, the first one is bounty mode. Now, what this will entail, I don't really know, is you play as bounty hunters, or whoever you want basically, and what happens is sort of similar to the Assassin's Creed multiplayer. So you've got a bounty you have to kill and you have to stop being killed yourself, but yeah, so you'll be like Jango Fett and all those kind of bounty hunters, Boba Fett, I don't know anymore, whatever. You'd be killing each and other bounty hunters whilst trying not to be killed yourself, and the higher you get, the more you've kind of kills you've got, then the higher your bounty goes up, so when someone kills you they get even more points for killing you. That sort of sounds, I think that sounds alright, I don't know, hopefully it does. Anyway, the next game type is a lot more fleshed out and I actually think it will be a lot better. Basically, this is going to be VIP mode. Now, this will basically be a mode where you have to escort a VIP to an objective without the enemy team from killing him. So we're going to have, for the Republic, we'll have Chancellor Palpatine, so you can't stop. Basically, Chancellor Palpatine can't die before he gets to the objective, otherwise you lose. Similar thing we'd have for the Trade Federation. We'd have those alien guys who sound Japanese, escorting them to the objective, or you might have Grand Moff Tarkin for the Empire, escort him to the objective. You get the drift now, don't you? Basically, those are my two ideas. So anyway, let's move on to the actual wish list. As I said before, I'm actually going to cover this in probably more than one video, because I think it will do it injustice if I just talk about it in a one video and sort of just naffily sum it up. I want to kind of elaborate it on a certain level, because these guys spent a lot of time doing this wish list, and they've also got a lot of influences from different people, so I want to kind of do this thing justice. I don't want to just do it in one video. So let's get to it then. Alright then, the first idea that they have that I thought was really cool was the idea to pick up enemy weapons that are dropped on the floor. Now basically, what I always find happens in Star Wars Battlefront is you run out of ammo a lot, especially if you're semi-good at the game, or if you're playing on a lower difficulty, you will run out of ammo a hell of a lot. So it would make it so much more easier if you could just pick up someone's gun, be an assault class, and just maybe even Battlefield style, sorry, so you could just change class, or even if you were just an assault class and you picked up a sniper rifle, it would save you from having to run to a command post and having to, revive your ammo like you do in Battlefront 1 and 2. Would make it so much more better. I can't stress how awesome that would be, to just be able to pick up a weapon. It would just make combat so much more fluid. You'd be able to chain so many combo shots together and stuff like that. That is a really awesome idea, and I'm well and truly behind that one. Alright, the other one they've got is maps from previous Battlefronts. Basically, I thought this would be a given in a new Star Wars game, or Star Wars Battlefront game, but I wanted to just kind of elaborate it on anyway. Basically, yeah, of course they have to bring back maps from the old games. Like, what other maps could they really bring? I mean, they've exhausted kind of all the ideas of maps that are in the movies, in the games. So unless they go all extended universe on us and just give us a whole new selection of maps, then I think they're going to have a hard time coming up with a lot of new maps for the game if they're not from outside influences. So another thing they also suggest though is they make the maps more movie-like, which is something I can get behind as well, because as they comment here, Jupiter, you have like one level, and on like the movie on episode 3 when Obi-Wan flies down, it's like loads and loads of levels. It's like a honeycomb sort of structure. Yeah, that would be really cool. And I also think like levels like Coruscant, in Coruscant on the Star Wars Battlefront 2, it was kind of just like a hall, it was like the Jedi Temple, but you could have the underground Coruscant and maybe fly up, or use an elevator to get to like the sort of the good bits where all the Chancellor is, or maybe that's a bit too far, but it would still make some interesting gameplay, depending on how big these matches are going to be. If you've got 100 versus 100 people in them, then you could definitely do like the underground of Coruscant and the upper ground of Coruscant, because that would be so cool. But yeah, Basically, maps from the old games would make them look more like the movies. Yet again, I can get behind that a lot. Alright, the third thing I've pointed out here is the destructible environment. So basically, you know, Frostbite 2.0, the Battlefield engine, you can blow up everything. Now, if they don't have that in Star Wars Battlefront 3, it will be a waste, you know, not to have it, because the technology's there and it works beautifully, as we've seen in all the Battlefield Company games, or whatever it's called, Battlefront, Battlefield, so I'm getting mixed up now, and Battlefield 3 of course. You know, it would be so cool just to be able to blow up things in the Star Wars universe. I don't know if that sounds a bit weird, but I think it would be kind of cool, just, you know, shooting at enemies, blowing up their cover and all stuff like that. It makes for a lot more dynamic gameplay, and obviously something that everyone loves because it's a very popular feature in the Battlefield. See, this is getting confusing now. Battlefield series. Okay, the fourth point I've got, ranking up system in the game. Now, this is kind of a given. I think every single FPS uses this now in some context. You know, you've got Call of Duty, you've got Tom Clancy's, you've got Battlefield, you know, you've got even to some cases other things like racing games even use these upgrade reward ranking systems. They make people play the game longer, they add longevity. It's definitely something they'll probably implement in the game, so, you know, that will be a really cool thing to get in the game. Alright, and the final thing I'm going to talk about is they want units to be like different factions, so you can have commando units and sort of stuff like that. I think that would be so cool, because one thing I find in modern shooters, well, not modern shooters I say, but sort of this generation shooters, because I think modern shooters, and when I'm talking about modern, I'm talking about Planet Side, Tribes Ascend, Blacklight, sort of stuff that came out last year. They're kind of a bit better at it, but the old sort of shooters, you've got like the Call of Duties and all that sort of stuff, there's not really much cohesion unless you create it. So it would be really cool if we had a commando unit on a team and they could just command people, you know. They were, I don't know, maybe have a different key, so you have V to voice talk on the keyboard, and maybe if you're a commander you press C and you can, you know, talk to the whole team and no one can say anything about it. You know, this is you're talking to the team, you're guiding them. So I think definitely with a game sort of like Battlefront, where it's all about strategies, capturing different objectives, going for the right ones, taking out those certain units, I think it's definitely a good idea to implement a commando system in the game. So anyway, that is my opinion on a couple of the ideas that they submitted to me. I will be covering this in a couple of videos. I'm probably going to make a little series out of it, because I just think it's such a cool way of just talking about Star Wars Battlefront 3. So anyway guys, as always, please rate, comment and subscribe, and yeah, I obviously want to hear your feedback on some of these wishlist ideas, and please, if you have an idea of your own, put them in the description. I will definitely talk about them in the next video. So as always guys, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.